deep in the mountains of Hungary stands a castle with a history so dark, most people refuse to speak of it. It was once home to a noblewoman whose name would echo through centuries, a woman accused of more evil than any serial killer alive today. Her name was Elizabeth Bathory, and the world remembers her as the Blood Countess. Elizabeth Bathory was born into one of Europe's most powerful families. Wealth, education, servants, political influence, she had everything. But behind the polished exterior, there were whispers. Whispers of a violent temper, a strange fascination with pain, and signs of cruelty that appeared long before her name became legend. When Elizabeth married Count Ferenc Nadasdy, she was gifted Szeged Castle, an isolated fortress surrounded by forests and mountains. Perfect for privacy, and perfect for hiding secrets. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Young girls were hired as servants. Families believed they were giving their daughters a chance at a better life. But soon after arriving at the castle, those girls began to disappear. Servants later claimed that Elizabeth's rage could explode over the smallest mistake. A dress laced incorrectly, a towel folded the wrong way, a servant who walked too slowly. And those mistakes, they said, were punished with shocking cruelty. Some said she beat her servants. Others said she burned them. And then came the legend that would define her forever. One night, a servant girl accidentally pulled her hair while brushing it. Enraged, Elizabeth struck her. Blood splattered on her skin. And, according to the story, Elizabeth believed the blood made her look younger. That was when her obsession began. Villagers told horrifying stories of girls lured to the castle with promises of work, only to vanish forever. According to some accounts, Elizabeth believed that bathing in the blood of young girls would keep her youthful and beautiful. Witnesses later described hidden rooms, secret chambers, and torture devices. One servant even claimed Elizabeth kept a notebook recording the names of more than 600 victims. Historians still debate whether these numbers were exaggerated, but the disappearances were real, and the fear that spread through the villages was real. As more families demanded answers, priests began to suspect something terrible was happening behind the castle walls. Rumors grew, whispers turned into fear, and pressure mounted on the kingdom to investigate. But accusing one of the richest, most powerful women in Europe was dangerous. Doing so without proof could lead to war. In 1610, the King of Hungary finally ordered an investigation. Count Georgi Thurzo, a trusted nobleman, arrived at the castle late one winter night. What he reported finding became the foundation of Elizabeth's legend: injured servants, bodies hidden away, and testimonies of unimaginable cruelty. Whether all of it was true or partially fabricated remains one of history's great debates, but the king had heard enough. Elizabeth Bathory was never given a trial. She was too powerful, too well-connected, and her family too important to the kingdom. Instead, she was sentenced to a unique fate. She was sealed inside a room in her own castle. No exits, no freedom, only a small opening for food and water. 4 years she lived like this, entombed in stone, forgotten by the world she once controlled. And in 1614, she was found dead on the floor of her cell. Today, Elizabeth Bathory is remembered as one of the most wicked women in history. But a single question remains, one that historians still argue over. Was she truly a monster who committed unthinkable crimes? Or was she the victim of a political conspiracy designed to strip her of wealth and power? No one knows the truth. And perhaps that is why her story continues to haunt the world. Some secrets were never meant to be uncovered.